Okay, I would like to add one topic to the agenda, please, and that is illegal dumping on town roads. Under new business, we'll make it the fourth item there. Motion to that.
Make the motion.
Second on that, please.
Second.
All in favor? Opposed? Okay, thank you. Finance report. Okay, as of the end of July, we have 844,291 in general checking, 137,785 in miscellaneous receipts, 127,831 in our general money market, and general New York class has 2,817,657. The New York class reserve account is 10,394. The subtotal there is 3,937,960. Highway checking is 512,794. Highway money market is 50,539. Highway New York class is 32,749. Highway New York class West Clove Bridge project is 626,056. New York class equipment reserve is 242,441 for a subtotal of 1,464,580. And the total of all assets is 5,402,540. Overall, July net income is favorable by 707,000 versus the budget due to the timing of our expenses. July revenue is up 75,000 due to the sale of surplus highway vehicles and equipment. The franchise revenue from Cablevision and higher pool and facility rentals. Overall, July year-to-date expenses are favorable to the budget by 632,000, mainly due to the timing of chips expenses and machinery expenses. I think we'll see that change next month after the pay bills come. I just wanted to note the Balloon Festival will be held September 4th and 6th through 6th. The town clerk will have more in-depth information on that. Also upcoming is our annual Oktoberfest, which is always fun. German music, beer, dancing, and fellowship. It's a great time. Sunday, September 20th from 12 to 7. Councilman Redinger, anything?
I've just been speaking with multiple town residents about some general issues, mostly pertaining to the intersection there at Rusville and Clove Road, but we'll be talking about that later, but that's it.
Very good, thank you. Councilman Derlin?
About the same thing as Josh, just getting ready for the meeting and talking to residents.
Okay. Councilman McGivney?
I've been working on researching and gathering information for the surge suppression system for town hall. Get ready for the meeting. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Town clerk.
As Supervisor Frazier mentioned, we are gearing up for Oktoberfest. It is still the same $5 admittance fee and all the same fun events and games that we had last year. We plan to redo them. As he mentioned, the Balloon Fest tickets are on sale through my office at a discounted rate, thanks to the chamber. So the price scale is about half off, $20 for weekend access, which means you can go to 5 of the showings. You could also buy them for a specific morning for $7 or a specific evening for $12. And those are paid by cash or check. And like I said, I'll be selling them until the day before the Balloon Fest. Actually, yeah, what is that date? I thought it was the 27th, but it's the 3rd, till September 3rd. We'll be selling them. So we hope residents take advantage of that. And that's all I have.
Okay, thank you. And those purchases are in-person purchases at the town clerk window for discounted tickets. Highway Superintendent.
We've been mowing roadsides, fixing some potholes. The big projects that were scheduled for this year were the paving of
North Parliament Road, the balance of North Parliament to Walsh. That is complete. We changed out a large pipe on that was failing on North Parliament. Let's see what else. We're prepping trucks for the winter. If you believe in the Farmer's Almanac, we're going to get a big winter this year. It's not going to be any fun.
No snow.
A lot
I
of
was
snow,
gonna say-
supposedly a lot of snow.
What do you mean by good?
Nobody. It's touched on earlier about the trash. I really think the board should be talking about bumping up the penalty for dumpers. We had 3 over the weekend. There was a good pile on West Clove Mountain Road. The sheriffs came out, documented it. Actually, whoever dumped it, left his address in the bag. So the sheriff went to his house and insisted it was cleaned up. And they did actually clean the whole mess up by midday on Sunday. We also had a pile up on Quinlan Road. The sheriff was called for that one. We have a sheriff's report. Our crew cleaned that mess up. And again, there was a receipt for a Visa bill, or actual Visa bill in the bag with an address and a name. And that trash originated in the town of Beacon down by the river. We had a small pile at the turnaround on Flint Road Monday morning that we found, and had to deal with that. So I think a lot of this is coming because of the escalating price in trash pickup. It could be wrong, but it's probably not helping the situation. I really think we ought to bump the fine up, and if it's at all possible, bill for the town highway going to pick the stuff up and have it, a rate for that as well. This is ridiculous.
Yeah,
We're having to pick
I
up
agree.
garbage
And
on Monday morning, Sundays.
it's unfortunate. We'll get into a discussion about that later. You're welcome to participate in that if you like.
That's all my report.
Okay, thank you. Animal control, Councilman Redinger, would you read the first, I think it's May is the, I put it in, actually, I brought it in late. I can give you my contact.
Submitted from Mary Jean Calvi, Animal Control Report, May 2026. During the month of May, there were no lost or found dogs. Respectfully submitted, Mary Jean Calvi, Animal Control Officer.
All righty. Councilman Derlin, would you like to do the June report, please?
July?
Well, it's for June.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, it just says during the month of July.
Okay, go ahead then. Yep. I
Right.
guess I assumed it was June.
Animal control report for July of 2026. During the month of July, there were no lost or found dogs. Everyone decided it was too hot to do anything this month.
Very good, thank you. Our county legislature.
Good evening, everyone. The MIG grant, which is the municipal investment grant, went out earlier this year. It has since closed, and they said hopefully within the next week or two, they should be putting out their decisions. I know Unionvale, Beekman, and multiple other organizations in the district did apply. So if everybody does come back and they do get awarded, it'll be a substantial amount of money that'll come back to the district for infrastructure work. And if you guys need any more assistance with the Brusgal Road issue or anything, me and Josh spoke about some signage issues as well. It's county related. Just please feel free to reach out and I'll do what I can to help you guys out.
Very good, thank you. Since the last meeting, I've gotten several inquiries from residents about the status of the library. And I asked our attorney here just to give an update to the residents on where we at. There's not really no new news, but
no, we just an overall recap.
pull it up a little closer.
Oh, I'm sorry. There was an Article 78 filed seeking court order to turn over budgeted funds for the year 23, 24, and 25. We opposed that Article 78. Court ruled against us on that. We filed a notice of appeal off that. And we're in the process now of perfecting that appeal. We have till mid-December to perfect our appeal. And I suspect that we'll probably have those papers ready to file sometime in November. So that'll be the next kind of movement on the case, is the final appeal.
Okay. A lot of the same common complaints are that they don't have the full access to the neighboring libraries. And currently, the town board is unable to negotiate with Mid-Hudson Library because the library charter exists. By law, the Mid-Hudson Library is bound to negotiate with library trustees at this point. We're trying, but until that charter goes away, we can't do anything about the problem with the neighboring libraries. Okay. Any public comment on agenda items? No. Okay, Councilman McGivney asked me to add this intersection of Brusco, Clove Valley, Wingdale, a former traffic circle in North Clove Road to the agenda. Apparently, there's been several close calls there, and we'll let you start that off.
Yeah, as many of you are aware, the intersection of Clove Road, Clove Valley Road, Wingdale Mountain and Brusco, there was a formal traffic circle there that was removed. The traffic circle did slow down traffic, at least I feel it did. Since that traffic circle has been removed, there's been several accidents. The speeds have increased and the severity of the accidents has gotten worse. I think we need to work with the county, possibly to try to mitigate that intersection. I see things like vegetation control. There's some areas that vegetation is overgrown, could be cut back, maybe possibly some traffic control devices like stop signs that maybe flash with LED red lights, or maybe even overhead flashing, possibly. But I think something needs to be done at that intersection. I received an email from a resident also voicing his opinion and concern with the traffic circle. I guess he saw probably the most recent wreck there, and he was very taken back by it. It affected him, and he wanted to speak out about it. So, I think it's something we should have a discussion with the county on to try to do something with that intersection. I don't know if you guys have it.
Because you can't see, if you're going from down the pool up to highway to large, you can't see the whole thing. It looks like there's a couple of fingers. There's a whole bunch of pictures, and you can't see. You may be in a big hospital, you can't. But ordinary person do not see going down. That was all one off the head. And others, there's one thing that I know.
I'm gonna need you to come up here and speak. You're gonna have.
Here, hang on.
Seems to me like when you're coming from here down to Folkway, it's not worded the right way, unless I'm looking at it a different way. It's worded differently. Like we have to stop. We know we have to, because the other ones go. But I think because it didn't used to be that way, people that are going down the road are just going to go right across, regardless of what's coming down that hill.
Yeah, I mean, I know there's a vegetation issue too, where if you're coming south on Clove Road, when you're looking to the left, there's heavy vegetation hanging out. It's very hard to see up the hill. And then also coming south, for people that are unfamiliar with the area, if you start up on 343, you're traveling for about 10 minutes at 45 to 55 miles an hour. And if you're not familiar with the area, you assume it just keeps going. And people have blown through that stop sign. And I witnessed it actually a couple of years ago there, where somebody just pulled out in front of a box truck and got T-boned. I don't know what the issue was with that, but you know, it's a dangerous intersection.
I'll go out and take a close look and I know we had suggested maybe the LED type stop sign with the, you know, the flashing perimeter on it might help. It might help to have a flashing stop ahead
They
sign.
have
and-
an LED solar
Right,
sign that's mostly not function most of the time.
Yeah.
So they're not maintaining.
yeah, it might be good to have. the-
Logistically, for liability.
Yeah, I think the first thing you guys are gonna have to do in this entire situation is you're gonna have to get some level of a traffic study, get some level of interaction with the county. I think it's gotta be a collaborative effort there because you have a county road, right? So.
I know the county is shorthanded, as are we.
Yep.
And the equipment they have in this particular area that they're mowing with can't reach that higher brush. Where our equipment can.
Okay.
When you're looking east and going south and making that left turn. So we could do that. I just don't know logistically if we can do that.
I think we should talk.
Okay. I'll
Um,
make that call tomorrow.
On that exact spot there is, I tested it tonight on the way here. The actual white stop line is too well behind. So I stopped there and I couldn't see anything because of high hanging brush, right? So it's that sticky notes way out there, but there is a car coming that could cause the car to swerve, you know.
I did get an email from county transportation this morning stating that they have put several traffic study cameras here in our area, and Brosville Road was one, Crow Valley Road was one.
I just noticed.
Yeah, so perhaps, you know, they'll get data from these that'll show that needs to be something done at that intersection.
They could be already on top of it.
Right.
That's why I think if there's any addition to that, I think we should be reaching out to the county right
Right.
away, just to find
Yeah,
out.
absolutely.
Rush isn't, you're not affecting any road traffic, you're not putting up signs, you're not doing other traffic calming measures, which may or may not be appropriate.
I will put something together and start a conversation with the county on that. We had a resident stop in since last meeting who has an injury and their doctor had recommended swimming as therapy. And they are interested in getting a pool pass, but they said that we're halfway through the season and asked about a discounted pool pass. We do that with the recycle center. I put I think I put the pool schedule in here for you. Somewhere, but anyways. What I was going to suggest we do is determine what the halfway point is between the opening and closing of the pool. And rather than 75, charge $40 from that point forward. No discount on the front end. Just, you know, if they haven't been able to subscribe until midway through, then we'll drop the first half from it.
Makes sense.
Anybody have any?
I'm not opposed to that.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine.
Do we need a resolution for that for next meeting or? Well, it's probably too late for this season, but we can get it put in place for next season.
My guess is during your reorg, you.
Yeah,
set all your
that's what
fee
we can do.
schedules.
Yep.
So this would be something that would be added into the fee schedules.
Yeah,
And we can look into what that looks like. But it is something that would be probably likely part of the review.
okay. Would there be any issue with granting this one resident this in the meantime, or?
pass for one now, you'll have to pass for fall.
Yeah,
Don't like change the policy. Right? See.
Okay. Yep.
But that's a board decision. Um,
I don't anticipate a run,
It probably would not be, but it is what it is.
but yeah,
So,
yeah, I get it. I get it.
That's board decision.
Can we just say that we, going forward for the rest of the season, pass is $40 for everybody? If you want to go, I mean, I don't anticipate there being a run.
I don't have an issue with that. And then we can,
Are all these fees set by a fee schedule that's amended by resolution, or any of these set by code? I don't know. off the
We
top of my head.
moved it out of code and moved it into resolution every year.
I remember there was something to that effect.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it included all fees, and certain fees were still in the code. There was
There's a big fee schedule that we revisit every year, and I think the pool is part of it.
that would be the only hesitation I have.
Yeah, no,
not
I-
knowing
yeah,
and being
yeah.
able to base it.
Then if we all agree to it tonight, we'll just say, you know, as long as it is not in code and it's just.
yeah, there's only a month
revisited
left.
during reorg, then.
Yeah.
We're free to move forward.
So essentially looking for a motion to.
Right, yeah,
To reduce the pool pass fee as of what date?
well,
Say today.
As
We'll
of
figure it
today?
out during
Yeah.
reorg.
When they apply, it's after
right.
they apply for a new.
Yeah.
A new pass.
I think there's only about 3 weeks left.
Yeah.
Or maybe even 2 weeks. Yeah, yeah.
All right, so I'll make the motion to reduce the rate to $40 for the remainder of the season, starting today.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Roll forward.
No, it's just
Aye.
opposed. Okay, thank you. Very good.
And that is just a one-time, to be clear for the record, it's a one-time reduction. It'll be revisited again. at
Right.
renewal.
I made myself a note to include it in the reorg. Okay, I've been working with the building or code enforcement officer. And we've come up with a bunch of problems in the code book. I know there had been a pretty lengthy discussion on Airbnbs in the town, but it didn't get into the code book. We also discussed digital signs at length, and I remember, that was about a 9 months discussion, and, thought that we had put it into the code book, but it's not there.
And I'm actually shocked the Airbnb one is not in there also. 'Cause
Yeah.
We came up with
Yeah, we spent time.
with the whole form and all
Yeah.
that.
Right.
We never made it in, okay.
No. So, we're gonna need to revisit this stuff. I spoke with our planner yesterday. They're very willing to work with us on updating our codes and stuff and things. They also, and I'll forward that proposal to you. They had sent a proposal earlier in the year and I missed it somehow. But they, had offered to counsel both the plan. At it before, see what they're suggesting and such, and they showed several examples of where they've done it in other towns. But, we've gotten a number of complaints from applicants about how things work in those boards, and I think it's something we need to look to make an improvement. The RA5 we discussed briefly at a previous meeting. I went through and marked all the non-compliant lots in RA5 up on Pleasant Ridge as a result of this code change. And best I can tell, this code change took place in the early 90s. I haven't been able to find any confirming information on it, but from talking to different people involved, it appears that it took place in the early nineties. I haven't been able to talk to anybody who was directly involved to find out the reasoning behind it. But the outcome was, we have 25 non-conforming lots in the RA5 now. The cluster of the smaller lots is right up against the R1 zone that they would comply with. And then the larger lots are very close to the RA3 that they were removed from. That lower right-hand corner.
Yep.
That's RA3.
The shaded.
Yep.
Yep.
So, I don't think it would be too problematic to, put them back in there. The upper piece is R10.
The upper shaded.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want me to start looking at that. I mentioned we've got a resident, or not a resident, but a property owner. He has that 3.23 lot.
Yep.
And currently he's unable to do anything with it because there's no way that it can meet the RA5 code restrictions.
Wonder if they ran through that to make this continuous, where.
Well,
Does it
they're all
have to
built
be?
Except for one, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Mostly they're-
Right.
in theory, we're only talking about affecting like one lot.
But any of these.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It could be pre-existing non-conforming, they could still do things, they just couldn't build a new house if they tore it down, let it sit, and then try to rebuild.
But in addition, you probably have to go through zoning. I don't know, a shed maybe.
accessory dwelling.
Yeah, because they
Yeah.
would have
Setbacks might be-
setbacks. Yeah.
Setback.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. I'm not opposed to it. I'm just-
Yeah. No, I'm
Yeah,
just-
we talk now, let-
Yeah, that's fine. That's why we're here. Excuse me.
In the way it is written now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it needs to be looked into.
Yeah, I don't know that it's a good idea to leave it the way it is.
No, just doesn't make sense.
It's gonna cause future problems for all those property owners.
Yeah. One cluster.
Yeah.
It's completely on-
Is it gonna be an issue making it non-contiguous? Existing R3 because there's a large lot in between.
Yeah, that's something we're gonna need to discuss with both the planner and the attorney.
Yeah.
And figure that out. That one large lot there does kind of throw a wrench into it, but,
Let's roll these couple of lots here into your.
This is already 5 up here, right? And this is 5 down here. 5, 5, 5, right?
right.
I mean, these would still be connected, split by the road, but still connected.
You could possibly turn these into 5 where, where this will cut across and be continuous. It has to be.
Yeah. I think we just gotta look into the planner.
Which one, I'm trying to understand the map for myself. So, no, I got that. This is one, what's up here? This is 10.
Yeah,
5, this is 3.
Right.
All right. Thank you.
yeah, they were different shades of color. I probably should have copied them this color.
It was black and white pictures.
Hmm. Okay, so I will, I'll get in touch with the planner
I think that's.
and start that conversation. Yeah, they could be in there, inserted easily. The one is even less than the 1 acre.
2 acres.
No, the 2 acre would fit in.
In R1.
Yeah, if you pull it into the.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm saying where it is now, it's.
Right, right. We spoke a little bit earlier about the littering. In addition to the 3 that Ed mentioned, a couple of weeks ago, we had an incident on Clap Hill Road on our end of it. Yeah. And you know, a lot of it is furniture that's getting tossed
There
out.
was 2 couches. It's actually,
Yeah, that little pad that's, yeah.
Those pads.
in Clap Hill, there was 2 pickups. There was 2 spots. That were dumped.
Okay. I wasn't aware of that.
They were cellular setups that we purchased.
Yeah, well, if we don't have them, we can certainly get them. And, excuse me.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. You know, we had a cellular package too, where we were able to see it live.
Trouble is, we gotta, I mean, if we've got a spot that is a regular problem, we could set up a camera on it, but knowing where they're gonna dump.
Yeah, that's come.
Yeah, fortunately, some of them aren't too smart.
They leave their mail in back.
And I do want to thank Ed for coming out on Sunday and taking a look at it, apparently. I got a text message and simultaneously Ed got a phone call about it and, oh, yeah.
I was checking the web.
Oh, okay, all right. Someone was in today and said they had called you. That's what had happened. But anyways, I do appreciate you looking at that on Sunday. I think currently our fine is 500 for the first offense, 750 for the second. I spoke with the constable. Constables are the ones that write citations. We would need to have hard evidence in order to write a ticket, but I think we need to get aggressive on this and let people know that it's not going to be tolerated here. And I wouldn't be opposed to raising the fine to $1,000.
Town of Washington's $1,000.
Yeah.
Beekman may be 1,000.
Yeah, so that's why they're coming here.
Maybe we should make ours 15.
I like that.
Yeah. We need to work with the attorney on that. Okay. Thanks, Ed.
Thank you.
We spoke last month about speed on Brusco Road. The county legislator found out for us that we need to submit a resolution to the county requesting a study for this. It may be underway, but I would like to put in a formal request to do so. And the attorney prepared that for us in the last meeting.
I see the resident already did something about it.
Yeah. He had called me and I said I hadn't had any response from the county and they put up the mafia blocks to protect the house that's been hit several times. So we have a resolution here. Councilman McGivney, would you like to read that, please?
Sure. Town of Unionville Town Board Resolution 54, 2026, resolution requesting the New York State Department of Transportation to conduct a traffic study to authorize speed reduction for Brusco Road. Whereas the town board of the Town of Unionville has received concerns and requests from residents of the Town of Unionville that the speed limit on Brusco Road for the entire length from Route 55 to Clove Valley / Clove Road intersection be lowered from 55 miles per hour to 45 miles per hour due to the increased number of accidents resulting in property damage. And whereas the jurisdiction to change the speed limit vests in the New York State Department of Transportation. And whereas the town board determines that is in the best interest of the traveling public and for the general public health, safety, and welfare of the residents of the town of Unionville, to request that the New York State Department of Transportation conduct a traffic study to determine the feasibility of reducing the speed on Brusville Road for the entire length from Route 55 to Clove Valley / Clove Road intersection, from 55 miles per hour to 45 miles per hour. Now therefore be it resolved as follows. The recitations set forth are incorporated in this resolution as it fully set forth and adopted herein. To the town board, the town of Unionville hereby requests the New York State Department of Transportation to conduct a traffic study to determine the feasibility of reducing the speed on Brusville Road for the entire length from Route 55 to Clove Valley Road / Clove Road intersection from 55 miles per hour to 45 miles per hour. 3, the town board of the town of Unionville hereby authorizes the town supervisor to submit a written request to New York State Department of Transportation, along with a copy of this resolution, to conduct a traffic study to determine the feasibility of reducing the speed on Brusville Road for the entire length from Route 55 to Clove Valley / Clove Road intersection from 55 miles per hour to 45 miles per hour. 4, the town board of the town of Unionville hereby authorizes the town supervisor and the town clerk to take any additional actions, provide any additional information as may be necessary to effectuate the terms of this resolution.
Okay, any further discussion on that? Roll call vote, please. Oh, I need a second on that. I'm sorry.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Harrington is absent. Councilman Reninger.
Aye.
Supervisor Frazier.
Aye.
Councilman McGivney.
Aye.
Councilman Durland.
1 second. Tickle going on. Okay, thank you. So we also discussed hiring an engineer to look at the HVAC system and design a replacement system. We have a resolution here to that effect. Anybody have any questions before we go forward with that? Okay, I'll read that one. Resolution approving proposal for engineering services from CT Mail Associates in connection with the Town Hall HVAC system improvements. Whereas the town of Unionville is seeking to retain professional engineering services in connection with HVAC improvements for Town Hall. And whereas the town of Unionville received a proposal from CT Mail Associates Engineering, Surveying, Architecture, Landscape Architecture, and Geology, DPC, further known as CT Mail Associates, dated July 29th, 2026, for professional engineering services for Town Hall HVAC improvements in the amount of $6,600, a copy of which is annexed here too. And whereas the town board of the town of Unionville would like to retain the services of CT Mail Associates for Town Hall HVAC improvements, and whereas this is a type 2 action under the State Environmental Quality Review Act, and therefore not subject to review under SECRA, and whereas the services provided by CT Mail Associates to the town constitute professional services which are exempt from the building requirements, or bidding requirements rather, under General Municipal Law 103 and the Town of Unionville procurement policy. Now, therefore, be it resolved as follows. The recitations set forth above are incorporated in this resolution and fully set forth and adopted herein. The town board of the town of Unionville hereby approves the engineering services proposal from CT Mail Associates Engineering, Surveying, Architecture, Landscape Architecture, and Geology, DPC, dated July 29th, 2026, for professional engineering services for Town Hall HVAC improvements in the amount of $6,600, a copy of which is annexed here too. The town board hereby authorizes the town supervisor to execute a contract agreement with CT Mail Associates after review and approval by the attorney to the town. The town board of the town of Unionville hereby authorizes and directs the payment of such services to be paid from engineer contractual expense. This budget line number 144.4. A second on that?
Second that.
Any further discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Harrington is absent. Councilman Rettinger.
Aye.
Supervisor Frazier,
Aye,
Councilman McGivney,
Aye.
Councilman Derland.
Aye.
thank you. One of the contracts that was quoted in our Parks tractor bid had expired. The attorney caught that. We're still waiting to receive. We found alternate contract to work from another. I hadn't had a chance, and it's required by law to get these resolutions published a day in advance. So that information just came in late this afternoon and didn't make it. We'll have to table this for the next meeting. Motion to do so.
Make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. We discussed the Arctic program previously. Councilman Redinger had wanted to get some additional information. I will let you discuss anything that you came up with.
I can't remember all the information. I mean, generally, you know, what they discussed in the meeting is broadly accurate. The only thing that I can tell that people might have issue with is it does look like the flock cameras, which are a hot button issue in the news, would be integrated as part of that. I actually don't have an issue with that, but I know a lot of people do. But yeah, but I don't know if anybody else has opinions on this, but I'm perfectly fine going forward with participating.
Yeah, I've also seen a lot of the controversy with these flock cameras, and I can agree that they can be problematic, but I do have faith in our sheriff's department and district attorney not to abuse the system here locally. The potential is definitely there. But they also did state that the flock cameras would be limited to exterior cameras and not interiors. And I think in this day and age, there can't really be any expectation of privacy when you're outdoors, unless you're on your own. But once you stray from there, yeah, I mean,
Camera, ring camera.
yeah, you walk by somebody's house that has a ring camera, you're being recorded, whether you like it or not. It's there. It's not going to stop. I think it would be good for us to take advantage of it to solve crimes.
I agree. The license plate readers have been around for a very long time. I understand that this is enhanced, but it's in the news. It's a huge issue, and Flock is well aware. Apparently, they've started to put more stringent requirements on the devices, you know, in response to public backlash. So I think that's even more of a reason, since it's well known right now that people have concerns. If there's abuse of that system, it's going to be known and it's going to be an issue. And I think now that the issue has been brought to light, if that potential that, you know, use technology that's there to help the sheriff department.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the same thing on social media. A lot of people are upset about it, you know, your privacy, this, that, and the other thing, you know, using this for, but overall, I mean, you look at, the way I look at it is, you know, it's a greater good for the greatest number type situation. You know, it's going to help more than it's going to hurt. That's what I feel.
Yeah, and they have a database that allows you to see if your car has actually been searched as well. So if you look on in Dutchess County Sheriff's Department has a transparency portal where you can go and you can review all of the information on Arctic. So I'd encourage anybody to look through that as well. Just it seems quite beneficial for the greater good, as Kevin said.
Yeah, I think one of the more intriguing thing is the use of the drones and how they're going to station those all around the county. I mean, that, if anything, is probably the best use of the technology that they're looking to use. So, I mean, if we could put a station here, I'd be all for that, you know.
Yeah, and what I'd like to do is make that offer to the Arctic program, access to our security camera system, the exterior cameras. And you know, offer town properties as a launch point for their drones if they find that to be suitable.
Yeah, I know that they have the infrared on those.
Yeah.
they're great for finding lost people and things of that sort. And obviously we're in a rural area, so the quicker they can get eyes on something out this way, the better.
Well, it also explained if they get a call or in a hostile environment, they can send the drone in ahead of the deputies to see what they're actually dealing with.
Yeah.
And that's gonna add to the safety of the deputies immensely. But, and the sooner they get that information, the better they're able to put a plan together. So, I would like to offer town Uniondale properties for that purpose if they see the need for it. Would
I'm in
we,
agreement.
would we need to have a resolution written for that?
I think the first thing you need to do now is if there's a consensus from the board to proceed. Then I think what we would need is really some sort of detailed scope of what the plan would be from the county, right?
Okay.
Lay out where they are, what they're doing, where they're gonna be, how's it gonna integrate with our system? Is it gonna be seamless? What does that look like? There needs to be, there's a lot of, I think a lot of details and questions that need to be answered, and then, whatever proposal they set up, then they should present that to the board.
Okay. I will contact them and let them know, what we are thinking of doing here for them.
I think that also with it being such a hot button thing, maybe we should try to invite the public out
Yeah, I
here
was
to
about to say the
maybe
exact same
speak,
thing,
you
Kevin.
know, if there's anybody out,
Yeah,
a resident of the town that has any issue one way or the other, to come out and revisit this issue with us.
yeah, I mean, every meeting, we have two opportunities
I
for
know.
residents to speak, so you're welcome to come and speak about this topic if you wish.
This is more just to reiterate.
I think too, is once we have a proposal, there's probably gonna be aspects of that proposal that will be public and aspects of that will not be public. But at least if there's something that can be presented with more detail, then I think questions and probably more concerns answered. If we have a better idea what's gonna happen. So I think that we approach the county, let them fill in what their proposal is. At that point, you could even set a public hearing and have people come in and have an official public hearing. To comment and concerns and have people have their questions answered. Which would be catered to the specific program that's going to be installed here. So it would be more educated presentation from the county.
So we'll revisit this. I'll contact the county, ask them for some specifics. We'll bring that back to a future meeting and go from there.
Can I say one more thing? I mean, I know that people do have an opportunity to see the agenda. But I agree with Kevin Durrell in there. We have a duty here to make sure that this is publicly advertised because we know that it could be an issue. Most people don't look at the town board meetings, right? So just want to get it out there just for the sake of transparency.
We have a email subscription list for the town for the agenda. We're here talking about it and inviting people in. The residents have every opportunity to come here and speak. And I'm not saying we shouldn't offer it to them, but we can't go out and drag them out of their house to come to the meetings either.
No, just make them more aware.
But
you
yeah,
know.
Once we have more information, we can present it.
right, and that's what we'll do. We'll revisit
Like you
and
said, there'll be better
put it out
questions.
there. That's the best we can do.
Yeah.
Any public comment on town issues? Okay. Motion to pay the bills?
Make the motion.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
No.
Opposed? Okay. We don't have anything for executive session. We had something that we might have discussed, but it didn't materialize.
Based on approval of the contract with CT Mail, I have reviewed that contract to kind of expedite this. I do have a couple legal issues I wouldn't to get ahead of it and move it along. If I could have a short executive session.
Okay, that's fine.
There's one clause in that contract that we need to discuss.
Okay. Our next meeting will be here September 7th or second rather, I'm sorry, at 7:30. We will return after a short executive session. There won't be any further business, but you're all welcome to stay. Motion to move into executive session.
Make the motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. Yes, okay. Motion to return from executive session, please.
You make the motion?
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. No decisions were made and no funds were allocated in executive session. As I mentioned, our next meeting will be September 2nd here at 7:30. Motion to adjourn.
Make the motion.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, thank you, guys. We'll see you next.